Prydwen has just released yet another updated tier list, as they tend to do on the first day of a new patch, and at the drop of a new character, and sometimes just when we get a new season of either Tower of Adversity or Whimpering Wastes. And this tier list seems to coincide with the release of Sigrika and the Whimpering Waste, which just dropped a couple days ago. And there are some major problems with this tier list, and we're going to get into it. So welcome back to Withering Waifus, guys. I am your host, Alprazoman. Thank you for joining me this evening. And before we get into it, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are doing a 5-star giveaway. You can get yourself a copy of Sigrika, or a character from a gacha game of your choice. You can get Skirk or Scoffier, who are running in Genshin right now. Plenty of other exciting characters to go around. We will close the giveaway when we reach either 100 subs on YouTube or 200 followers on Twitch. So go ahead and follow/subscribe on both of those platforms and help me reach that number. And I'm looking forward to giving away another copy of a character. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and pull up the tier list itself first. It's pretty bad, not gonna lie. It's pretty bad. Probably the worst I've seen from them. And the Tower of Adversity, not so bad. I don't really have a ton to say about that, other than Chisa is getting madly disrespected. Unbelievable what they're doing to her. And so, yeah, it's ridiculous. And so I think we can just do like a couple quick demos that can kind of demonstrate in just a couple runs through WuWa or TOA, like exactly what the entire problem is with this heaping pile of dog shit that they're spoon feeding us right now. One quick thing to note is that they've now gone ahead and done character sig weapons included in the rating, which is new. And there can only be one reason for that, and that is that Kuro clearly is intending that we pull every sig weapon for virtually every character, certainly every DPS. With the rare exception of Dr. Luke Harrison, who could use the standard weapon. Linnea can get by with the new standard pistol as well, but by and large, you are pulling the sig weapon, particularly with these niche characters like Sigrika or Chiuan, or certainly Imith needs hers. Prolova really needs hers. Cartithia, Galbrena, particularly these echo skill characters, they absolutely need it because they cannot get echo skill damage bonus stats from their Sonata set or from their echoes. So they have to get it either through other characters or through weapon passives. So clearly this is a concerted effort to get the community to spend money on the game, and to pull signature weapon. On top of, in the case of Sigrika, having to already pull Chiuan. So I mean, we've got a Sigrika video coming out, but very concerning how if you're free to play, you virtually cannot pull this character unless you already got Chiuan somehow, and you have saved a lot of astrite to make sure that you get her and get her weapon. I would say it's unlikely that many free-to-play players are acquiring Sigrika and having anything of a good time with her. So we had Chisa in, and we can show actually, before we go in, this is TOA. We have Chisa in tier 2, which, I mean, for reference, you have 0, you have 0.5, you have 1, you have 1.5, and then you have 2. So that's the 5th tier. She is literally 5 tiers behind Verena. And then in Whimpering Ways, Verena is the only tier 0 support. That's unbelievable. That is hard to believe. I don't know what Prydwen is doing sucking on Verena right now, but it's it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? And there's Chisa all the way down in tier 2 again. Now, I will do try to be quick. Do WuWa first. And we'll just, in the interest of time, let's just clear these. So we'll do first. Why don't we do Shorekeeper, Chisa, and Imith? Whoops. Damn it. No. Come up here. Fusion Burst token. And obviously they are factoring the tokens into rating these characters. They always do with the endgame stuff. They are considering the buffs. So they can't give me this line about, well, it's not about them. You know, it's, let's use this one there. Yeah, we can also show kind of how Dr. Luke does in WuWa, because I actually think he doesn't do too bad. I was kind of surprised. So we can do one run through, but anyways, they do factor the tokens in and the buffs. Oh, before we do, I want to show you because I am going to show you Verena as well. In the interest of fairness, okay. Shorekeeper using variation, so it does not have her SIG weapon. She is S3. I do have sequence nodes on my characters, just so you know. Just so we have transparency. S2, 4, and then 2, 4, 3. Now, when we throw Verena in there, I think it's important for you to see that Verena is S5. So if anything, Verena should be getting a even way better score. Verena is really the best support in the game. If you average out those two ratings, Verena is the best support in the game according to Prydwen. So I think it's very important. I think we start with the third resident. So I think it is very important to consider that also Verena has almost her entire resonance chain unlocked here, and we'll see what everything looks like. Take a little too much time. I would say the grouping is pretty damn good for Chisa. And this is, I mean, we're talking, if Chisa's premium team is one of the premier teams in the game with top DPS in the game, how is she 5 tiers behind that DPS? It doesn't make sense, right? So, and then after we do our little Luke Whimpering Waste trial here on the second half, we'll come back and just try Verena in place of Shorekeeper there and see what the difference is. See if there is some major difference. Leave everything else the same. Yeah, because again, I mean, on a true tier list, you're not just saying how much damage is a character doing, or whatever, but at the end of the day, I think what you're factoring in the most is how good is this character's premium team, and how vital are they to that team. Well, there's our first piece of evidence that Luke can whiff for sure. Oops, I fucked that up.
Merciful death. Assuming master control, authorizing maximum output.
Ugh, couldn't get the burst off in time. Okay. Now, according to Prydwen, the best support in the game. Little Miss Verena. Again, that grouping is just so good for her. I don't understand how you can. That's just criminal to me.
Sing in harmony to the Savior's victory. The world is mine to guard. Objective logged. Come on. Body limit unlocked. The Savior rises.
Look, the damage is lower with Verena than Shorekeeper. There's no question about that.
Bask in the sunlight. Lifeline blocked. Dismantle. Click. Down to the blink of an eye. Come. Meet your end. Connection severed. Whirling up.
She rarely whiffs with the chainsaw, so I just don't see how is she bad in Whimpering Way. She's got great AoE and really is pretty functional with single target as well. Chisa has been one of my most reliable TOA characters since I got her in 2.8. So, I mean, it's just ludicrous to try and tell me that she's not any good.
Luminous energy. Nothingness. Destructive. In the blink of an eye.
Shit.
Break apart. Whirling up. Blade cleaves the night.
I don't think we're gonna get one more burst off, but in all honesty, if we did, we probably could have matched the score. Was it 3780? Oh yeah, we could have matched it. So hey, you know what? Verena held her own there. However, is she the best? No, I really don't think so. Now you may say, well, Opraza, man, that's just an example of one team. Okay. Here's another. Why don't we go to TOA since they're saying she's the best in all formats? Basically, again, if you average out the two, she's the only one in tier 0 in WuWa, and then she's the only one that's in tier 0 in both. So yeah. They are basically calling her the best support in the game. If we very quickly go to TOA, if it lets us, why is it like not available right now? Oh, there it is. Wasn't in the menu. Oops. See, here you've got Augusta Shorekeeper, and you know. I was able to easily clear this boss with that team. And maybe it's skill issue. I don't know. I'm not a big Augusta fan, but I felt like, you know, Verena is considered a free to play option, and if that's the reason they're giving her such high marks is just the free to play story, then great. But
Leave it to me. The fruit of every
you know, fast rotations and free to play friendly, then sure.
style and grace. On you go.
Whoops.
moon is full. Causality overturned. Fight by my side. Step tall.
Oh, great. Right before the fucking tune break.
It ends now. To the left. In control. Mommy, bask in the sunlight. I'll indulge you. Face me. Taste my resolve. On you go. Fate revealed. Conquest begins now. Winners win! My valor never fails! In control. Unmatched! Pathetic struggle! Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution.
Marina, oh my goodness.
Now watch closely. Answer my call.
We barely cleared it. Now let's again.
In control. Invincible. In control. In one strike. Leave it to me. Loading. Iron graft renewed. I'll indulge you. I am the moon. Entertain me. Taste my resolve. On you go. Fate revealed. This is my moment. In control. Our blood is Septimus. Here it ends now.
Look at the difference in the damage with Shorekeeper.
Moments of victory. Ordained. Loading. Astral modulation. With style and grace. Entertain. On you go. The moon is full. Future reshaped.
There you go. I mean, you got almost a minute difference there in score. Just so much easier with Scorekeeper. Shorekeeper, the Scorekeeper. So, anyways, I think that's probably enough of a demo, right? But the point is, these tier lists of theirs just get increasingly worse with each patch, and like I mean, you've got here, this is okay, strong value, niche, lower value. This is unbelievable. I mean, first of all, you have a character that literally was just on his first banner, and you are already rating him as niche, lower value. Now,
Look over
If that were actually the case, then fine. But I think we've seen that that's not true. On top of that, I think this is the most egregious one in both formats. You've got her in tier 2 here. That's WuWa. And then you also have her in tier 2. You have her with Buling. And now Buling is decent, but Chisa is one of the premier sustain / sub DPS in the game. Probably a top 4 sub DPS. So, and she's not just locked to Imeth. Imeth is going to be her best team. And if we're basing it on a character's performance on their best team, my God, she's got to be, you know, tier 0.5 at the worst. So, I mean, yeah, we're kind of just, I think maybe some of this is just nitpicking, but some of it is just very obviously wrong. And I think it is guiding, it's going to be guiding players in the wrong direction, particularly new players that just come on here and they're like, oh, look, this is, you know, I guess that means I got to get this character. Well, you're going to get this character anyway, but I guess that means I'll just run everything with this character. And then, you know, and then the shit changes so fast is the thing. And I'm just giving as an example. I don't actually mean Verena, but I'm just saying that it's too fluid. Tier list should be fluid, but the meta hasn't been shaken up that much. I wish I could pull up their... Can you pull up old tier lists? No, I guess we can look at the change log. Luke Harrison drops from 1.5 to 3. Where's our other drops? 5 to 26.
Look over here.
Not working on side 1 as well as Augusta. Bullshit. You guys just saw, I mean, I don't think, yeah, I wasn't recording when I used Imeth on side 2, but I actually got a higher score on side 1 than side 2. And you guys didn't even see me, or you didn't even see her on my Toon Rupture team with Linné and Mornier, which will do even more damage, but pretty damn good with Chisa. So anyway, okay, here we go. Yuno drops to tier 2. Chisa, partner tag removed. Same reason. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. It's not giving the breakdown of all, because they moved so many fucking characters. They have not given the breakdown for hardly any of them. Just Luke, basically. I guess it says buffs are not considered, but may impact short-term unit performance. Well, okay. Characters using maximum level gold already. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm sure they're doing their best. They're also advertising Loot Bar, who is in deep shit right now. So, anyway, oh, they're advertising them twice for Arc Knights and for WuWa. So, anyway, take everything that you read on here with a grain of salt. And honestly, dude, take everything that you hear from me with a grain of salt, because I don't know. I'm, like I say all the time, I'm just a fucking guy with a camera. I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. I'm just up here yapping. But that's not true, is it? No, that can't be true. No. I am a skill issue guy with a camera, and but I do play the damn game a lot, and I study it a lot. I just had a 2-hour conversation with my buddy about this before I decided to record anything, and I've been basically on the server nonstop since 3.2 came out. And I just decided this was so egregious that I had to say something, and so I decided I would vent to you guys. So hopefully somebody out there sees this and can let me know if you agree, disagree, anywhere in between. Please let me know in the comments. Please do remember to check out our giveaway, and just remember that you cannot. The giveaway won't close until we reach our subscriber goal. So please do subscribe. Really, really helps the channel. Helps me to actually build something worthwhile, which is what I'm going for here. So I really appreciate it. Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.